Alright, now here's the second part of what you're assigned tonight for homework, and that is to multiply or divide when numbers are in scientific notation. Alright, well, the first problem we have here is actually an area problem. We have the length times the width. And so our answer is going to have units centimeters squared. So we should get that out of the way and make sure that we remember to do that right off the bat. Second thing we have to do is we have to determine what we're going to do in here. So now that we know what's going on with the units, we can get rid of those and make them less confusing. And kind of just write out a math problem here. We got 5.5 times the fourth times 1.4 times 10 to the fourth. The next step that I take is I take my 5.5 times 1.4 times 10.4 times 10.4, or 10 to the 4th, sorry. And the reason why I can do that is because of the commutative property. Because whenever I multiply, I can multiply in any order that I'd like, according to that commutative property. So the next thing that I do is when I multiply that 5.5 times that 1.4, I come up with approximately 7.7. And then over here, I have my 10 to the 4th, my 10 to the 4th. This is pretty cool. Whenever I multiply with the same base, all I have to do is add the exponents. Then I bring in my units again, and remember it's centimeters squared because it's centimeters times centimeters. This is my final answer. Next, when I divide, when I have two numbers that I need to divide by, I need to make sure that they are, first off, both in scientific notation. And unfortunately, this number is not. So I need to convert that right off the bat. Okay? Now my units, I don't want to forget about those. Those will be liters per second, but I'm going to hold off and set on later. So therefore, there's less in this problem to confuse me. Now this one right here, I can take that 6.2 and divide it into 3. And when I do that, I'm going to get 0.48. Then I'm going to get this right here. Same thing I did up here where I had the addition. But when we divide, we can actually subtract. So 10 to the 4th divided by 10 to the 1st is really 10 to the 4th minus 1 equals 10 to the 3rd. Well, I have one problem here. This is not proper scientific notation. This digit should actually be on the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side. So I need to move my decimal over one spot. I get 4.8 times 10 to the now second power because I moved that over to right there. And my final answer is going to be 4.8 times 10 to the second power, and then I take my liters, my second, so liters per second. All right, now, I still need to write an explanation. I'm going to go ahead and just write an explanation for this one up here, and then you can use the format for any of your homework problems, including considering what would be the explanation for 2a. So I'm going to write when multiplying numbers in scientific notation, I must multiply the decimals or decimal numbers and then multiply the powers. When multiplying powers, with the same base, I can add the exponent. My answer is 7.7 times 10 to the 8th power centimeters squared. So you can see how it's really, for as much work as we did, there's not that long of an explanation. Good luck on tonight's work.